So everybody's in shock right now because a wild video just dropped of Saucy Santana being rolled out on a stretcher. Yes, a stretcher. And it's got the internet spiraling. This all went down at a Waffle House of all places, and the clip is making its way across every social feed like wildfire. People can't stop replaying it, zooming in and trying to figure out what exactly happened that day.
In Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta at this Waffle House off of Roswell, and they said Saucy Santana in there passed out. I'ma see is that him in a minute, y'all, so hold on. This Saucy Santana, y'all.
Now picture this. The cameras catch Santana looking completely out of it while paramedics rush in and carefully move him out. The entire restaurant froze. Phones came out instantly. And within minutes, that footage was plastered all over Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Folks are dropping comments left and right, some worried about his health, while others are throwing out their own wild theories.
Girl, do y'all see what's going on, honey? Saucy Santana got weird out on the stretcher out the Waffle House, honey, or whatever, or whatnot. But I know the games the girls play, or whatever, or whatnot. Well, you guys, you do know that Saucy Santana is dropping an album on the 24th, or whatever, or whatnot, this month. In a couple of days, I think. Yeah, in a couple of days, he will be dropping an album. I just personally think this is a publicity stunt, and Santana, girl, come on now. How they got you coming out that Waffle House and you got that bust down on like that, girl, like you gone, girl, bye. I know a good, nasty publicity stunt when I see one. But anyway, like I said, if something is wrong with Santana, I apologize. Girl, y'all should have seen her coming out that Waffle House like that, girl. She is trying to sell that album, baby. But anyway, you guys, what do you guys think about Saucy Santana being weird at the Waffle House, honey, for an emergency, like something happened, don't fell out? No, girl, you drop that album, you need some sales, girl. What y'all think about it?
No official details have dropped yet about what led to this scary scene, which only makes the situation feel even more mysterious. One minute he's at Waffle House like any other late night run, the next he's the center of a viral frenzy with fans whispering, "Is he okay?" Right now, nobody really knows what went down to make Saucy Santana end up being rushed to the hospital, and that's what's got everybody talking. It could have been something as simple as him not feeling well after that Waffle House stop, or it could have been something way more serious that caught everybody off guard. The uncertainty is fueling non-stop chatter online, because without solid answers, people are left to run wild with their own theories. Some fans are whispering that maybe it was exhaustion from doing too much, while others are convinced something heavier might have been in play.
Post so that when the episode come out, we got a little clip us, get it out in here. Wow. Oh, I thought I can do that on live no more. My bad. You can't do nothing.
The fact that this happened so suddenly in such a public spot just makes the mystery feel even bigger. But here's the part we can confirm, and thankfully, it's the best news so far. Even though the scene looked scary in that viral clip, reports have started to circulate saying Santana was responsive while being transported. That little detail is giving fans hope, because no matter what really caused the stretcher situation, knowing he was awake and alert eases at least a little bit of the panic. Not long after the stretcher drama went viral, Saucy Santana hopped on Instagram and TikTok straight from the hospital, and the clips had everybody's jaws on the floor.
Bitch, I'm big, and I'm coming in hot. I'm hard as a brick, cause y'all stay on my cock. Every time I drop, I keep me a bop. I'm about to bust these bitches off and got a lock in my sock.
Hold the fuck up, Run that shit from the top. This shit finna go live right here. Y'all thought this shit was just TikTok? Sam, turn this bitch into the shop.
Bitch, I'm big, and I'm coming in hot. I'm hard as a brick, cause y'all stay on my cock.
He's seen walking around, even busting a little dance move like nothing ever happened, looking way better than what we just saw hours before. The sudden turnaround had fans screaming, "Wait, so what's the real story here?" That's when the questions started flying. Was this a genuine health scare that Santana bounced back from quick? Or could this have been one of those wild PR moves to get people talking right before a big rollout? Because let's keep it real. His name has been all over social media since that stretcher clip dropped, and now with him dancing in the hospital, the timing feels almost too perfect. Fans online are split. Some are relieved and thankful he's okay, while others are side-eyeing the situation, wondering if this is all connected to boosting hype for his upcoming music. We've seen artists pull off shocking stunts to grab attention before, so could Santana be playing the same game here? Or is this just one of those moments where the internet turned a serious scare into something bigger than it really was? It honestly came as a huge relief to see Santana back on his feet. Because let's not forget, we just lost Rolling Ray not too long ago. And that hit the culture hard. Nobody wants to see another rising star taken away so soon. When you witness somebody being wheeled out on a stretcher, strapped up and rushed into an ambulance, your heart automatically drops. Because we all know how quickly situations like that can turn tragic. That's why fans were panicking the second that video hit the blogs. 1 minute you're scrolling, the next you see Santana laid out looking helpless, and the fear kicks in instantly. Everybody's been saying the same thing online. We don't need another loss right now. It shows just how much people are rooting for him to pull through and keep pushing. Now, I can't sit here and claim to know exactly what went down. Because truthfully, it could have been a million different things. From stress to something way more serious. But here's the key. What matters most is that Santana himself popped online, showing he's standing, moving, and even joking around. That's proof enough that he's doing better than people first thought. And for now, that's the kind of update everyone needed to see. When people saw Santana being carried out like that, a lot of them instantly started thinking back to his history with health scares, because this isn't the first time folks have raised concerns about him. Santana has always been open about how much he parties, how busy his schedule gets, and how the pressure of being in the spotlight can really take a toll. Long nights, non-stop traveling, back-to-back performances, and keeping up with social media 24/7, all of that adds up, and it's no secret that lifestyle can wear your body down quick. If you followed Santana for a while, you already know he's had moments where fans noticed him looking drained, moving slower, or even talking about not feeling his best. People online have brought up worries about his weight, his breathing, and whether he's really taking the time to rest the way he should. Add in the fact that he's always dancing, performing, and putting on that high-energy persona. And you start to wonder if he's been pushing himself harder than his body can actually handle. That's why this stretcher situation felt like a wake-up call for a lot of people. Seeing him go down like that in public, not in private, but out in the open, where cameras caught every second, makes the whole thing hit harder. Even if this turns out to be something minor, it highlights how fragile health can be when you're constantly on the go and trying to juggle fame, music, and personal life all at once. Fans are now asking the tough questions. Is Santana ignoring early warning signs just to keep the momentum going? Could this be a bigger issue bubbling under the surface? Or was this just an isolated scare that happened at the wrong time, in the wrong place? Either way, the concern is real. And it's clear that people don't want to see history repeat itself with another tragedy in the industry. Speculation is already flying all over the place that this whole stretcher scene might have been a publicity stunt. And the timing does raise eyebrows, because Saucy Santana's new album is right around the corner. People online are saying, isn't it a little too perfect that he goes viral in such a dramatic way just days before dropping music? It's the type of theory that spreads fast, especially in an industry where shock value sometimes sells better than the music itself. But here's the thing. Right now, we can't just jump to conclusions. There's no real evidence to say this was staged, and nobody from Santana's camp has hinted at it. What we do know is simple. He ended up in the hospital, he was seen on a stretcher, and that alone is serious enough to have people concerned. The internet might love to spin conspiracies, but the truth is, health should always come first. That being said, I'll definitely keep you updated as more information comes out. Because let's be real, this story isn't going away anytime soon. Social media is going to keep dissecting every clip, every post, and every move Santana makes from here on out. So I'm throwing it back to you. What do you think really happened with Saucy Santana? Was this a genuine emergency that just so happened to go public? Or could there be something bigger, maybe even calculated, behind the scenes? One thing about this whole situation is how fast the internet runs with a story. And Saucy Santana's stretcher video is the perfect example. The clip wasn't even online for an hour before TikTok detectives, Twitter bloggers, and Instagram pages started breaking it down frame by frame. Some people claim they saw him look too calm for it to be real, pointing out that he didn't seem to be in obvious pain. Others noticed how polished the angles were in some of the videos, saying it looked like it was set up for maximum attention. And you already know, when fans smell something off, the theories just keep multiplying. At the same time, you have another group of fans who are furious that anyone would even suggest this was staged. They're reminding everybody that Santana is a real person, not just a headline, and that health emergencies don't always look how we expect them to. Someone even tweeted, "Y'all would rather believe a publicity stunt than admit our faves can actually have real health scares." That right there shows how divided the reaction is. And let's not forget, Santana's career has always thrived on big, viral moments. From his iconic walk through the club videos to his unfiltered live rants, he knows how to capture attention. That's why this stretcher moment hits differently. It's dramatic enough to spark rumors, but also serious enough to make people worry for real. The overlap of hype and concern is exactly why the internet can't let this go. So the real question is this: is Santana about to turn this incident into momentum for his upcoming album? Or will this situation overshadow the music and have people focused on the drama instead? Because right now his name is ringing louder than ever. And that spotlight can either be a blessing or a curse. Now, if there's one thing we all know about Saucy Santana, is that he is definitely going to speak on this sooner or later. This man practically lives on TikTok live in the middle of the night, talking to his fans, spilling tea, and sometimes even giving us way more than we bargained for. Santana has never been the type to stay quiet when his name is trending, so you can bet he's going to hop online and give his version of what really went down. And when he does, oh baby, the views are about to skyrocket. Fans are already camped out in his comments saying, "We need answers, and go live and tell us everything." The anticipation is building because everyone wants to hear straight from Santana whether this was a true emergency, a minor scare, or something else entirely. One thing about him, he knows how to keep people watching, and whatever he says will definitely set the tone for how this story continues to play out. But until that moment comes, all we can do is wait, speculate, and keep an eye out for any hints he drops. Because let's be real, with the way this has gone viral, he holds all the power right now. The whole internet is tuned in, and every move he makes next will either calm the storm or stir it up even more. So I want to hear from you. What do you think really happened with Saucy Santana at that Waffle House? Was this a real medical emergency? Or do you feel like the timing is just too suspicious with his album on the way? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one of those situations where the fans' voices matter just as much as the headlines. And before you go, do me a favor. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe so you don't miss the next update, and turn on those notifications, because I promise you, when Santana finally talks, I'll be back with all the details, all the receipts, and all the tea. Until then, stay tuned. It's only getting messier from here.